Hello and welcome, everyone. This is the Skinny Jean Gardener podcast. You're very welcome, everyone. You're very welcome to the show. It's so echoey. It's so echoey. It's the first time. Wow. Let me first say hello, welcome back to all our podcast listeners. I know you've had a few episodes of filler, great filler, no doubt. But we are back up to date. I've returned to the live. Hello to everyone that is watching tonight. The first time, as you might be able to hear on the podcast, it may sound like I'm in a toilet. It's not. It's very empty. New Shedio, everyone. Brand new Shedio. Not sure what the signal is going to be like tonight. Could be an interesting one there for anyone that's watching. Possibly listening, depending how it records. But it's so good to be back, everyone. Tonight is a transformation show because we've transformed into a new studio and same content. But should we start? You're beaming positivity and radiance. You look amazing, mate. What just happened? Hey, mate. Or, right, I love singing, right? So I could be a singer, you could be a backing dancer, band. Oh, my God. Oh, I know this. Oh, guys. Right. Oh, my God. Oh, right. We're just going to have to go off script for a second. Absolutely idiot-proof. Oh my gosh, Danny! Forget it. Get out of here. That was unexpected. Do you wanna be famous, baby? Do you wanna become famous? Yeah, by followers. This is our very first comment since coming back from IK Breaking Ben. Cheers, mate. Thanks for that. Do you wanna become famous? Yeah, I wanna become so famous. Okay, right, let's get into it. If you're about, let me know in the comments. It's a 6 o'clock show. I don't know if anyone's going to be about today. Let's turn this one up. If you're about this evening, let me know in the comments, everybody. Let's hear 0742 357 4520. If you want to call into, the phone lines are actually open. Sure tonight whether how we're doing on signal, but Wi-Fi's running low, so it could be a short show. So much tonight on the show as well. So much to tell you about. Big transformation news. Competition's back. Latin's back. And if you want to know what jobs to do this weekend, this is the show for you. There is a link in the description if you want to chirp in as well. 0742 357 4520. That was a nice positive one to start the show today. Thanks so much for joining me. If you're watching the show, then thanks so much for sticking with. Hope you can hear me loud and clear, because I know that signals are not amazing tonight. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the heat. Maybe it's the new shed signal. I don't really know. But everybody, but we have a hell of a show for you. Recording, hello Suggs, recording on a Wednesday at 6 at the moment. Again, different next week, Tuesday at 10. We are all going through the 6 weeks holiday, but 3 brands that are really helping me out. That's right. 3 brands really helping me out is works-uk.co. works-uk.com. If you want to get your garden sorted, everyone, then that is the place to go. We'll talk about them a lot later on. Also, want to look good in the garden? You need to head to bestdaysvintage.co.uk. And finally, a little bit of news later about the School Garden Success Plan. School Garden Success Plan. Stick around. Tin to Win, I should say, is back. If you call in the show, should I say this? Should I say this early on? If you call in to the show, you can win, everyone. I feel like we should have done more of a fanfare for this. You can win a school gardening success plan. That's right. That's right. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. But before that, let's kick off with Latin. Let's talk about the Latin. Okay. Latin. Did you hear that? Did that come through? Oh, I know why it didn't come through. Crikey. We know I've been away
Latin. Let's talk about the Latin.
So Latin has returned, everybody, where we learn a little bit of Latin. I missed this feature, and we are just bringing a few more features back, like Tin to Win, where you can win big just by calling in tonight. Latin is where we learn a little bit of Latin, because I used to, if you're new to the show, I used to not slag off, but basically say Latin was rubbish. And now I feel like we've got a little opportunity where we can learn a little bit of Latin. We started it at the start of the year, and I sort of forgot. We sort of lost our way, everyone. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Welcome to the show. So this week's Latin word, if you're calling in tonight or if you're in the comments, I want to hear from you. This week's Latin word is, brace yourself, Brassica oliverica vargemi ifera. It's a long one. Minute. Brassica oliverica oliverica vargemi. I mean, if you get it from that, you know, you deserve, well, a medal. But the best I can do is put you in the tin to win your school a garden success plan. That's right, £500 worth of awesomeness.
Latin. Let's talk about the Latin.
Lisa's saying, Lisa goes, no idea what that Latin is. Brassica oliverica vargemi. Probably not pronounced like that, everyone. Probably not pronounced like that. Well, welcome back. Like I say, it is warm in here. If you're viewing this, then you are watching me in what looks like a building site, but it is the new Shedio. It's very empty. There's just bits of wood behind me, a little ladder propped up as we move to a new location, which is very exciting. Brand new little garden out back, which we talked about designing, and now I'm actually here. It's an amazing thing. And perhaps, maybe not next week, but maybe the week after, we'll do the show from the garden. The studio is very much being built up as we go along. Maybe from a couple of weeks' time, we'll do it from the garden, because it's very warm. It's very warm, everyone. But it's been a pretty crazy couple of weeks, everyone. Last time you listened on a podcast, I was shooting off. Was I shooting off on Ols? No, I was going to Tatton. Tatton was a while ago, eh? Crikey. Hey, I promise, right? You are up to date now if you listen on the podcast. I'm not going anywhere. Weekly. You're going to get a weekly update, peeps. Weekly update. Shot off to Tatton. Had a great time in Tatton. What a crowd. What a great show. I love that show, RHS Tatton. If you ever get the chance to head to RHS Tatton, then you've got to go there, right? I had such a good time. Love it. It's got a real nice feel to it. It's very different from Hampton. Very different, obviously, from Chelsea. But yeah, if you're up that way, then definitely head to it. Then I went on me Holly Bobs, right? Went on me Holly Bobs, everyone. Went glamping. That's right. Glamping. Was good. Like camping, but a bit posher. It's the old podcast sponsorship money coming in. So we got someone else to put the tent up. That's what I'm talking about. That's not true. And I couldn't afford a hotel. That's basically what it was. We went glamping, a great time. And then as soon as I come off there, I went to Wisley, which was that just the weekend just gone? No, the weekend before that. And then we moved here to the new studio. So it's been a pretty wild, peeps. It's been a wild time. It's been fun. Oh, Suggs has come in with a guess. It's a brassica of some kind for Latin. Maybe. Got to call in for Latin, everyone. So yeah, it's been pretty crazy couple of weeks, everybody. But now we are here in the new studio, new garden, which we've designed, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'm going to build this up. I'm quite lucky. I know if you're listening to the podcast, you can't see it, right? But I'm quite lucky. It's basically a shed. If you saw my old shed, right? I had an old shed with a plastic roof, and what we have here is pretty much a shed. It's like a side onto the house with a plastic roof. So it's like a little mini greenhouse. It feels pretty warm. There's quite a few windows, plenty of light coming in, which means we can actually sow some of those seeds that Mr. Suggett sends me every month from his seed sowing club. And yeah, get some plants growing finally. Get some things. I've got, we did the design thing. We've got some news coming up in a minute, so don't worry. We did the design thing, right? And I talked about the veggie pod. I got one. I was at Tatton, right? And we come off the back of doing a show talking about the new garden. I drove to Tatton. It took about 4 hours. And I was thinking in my head. I was thinking, what am I going to grow in? What can I successfully grow in? Not have to think about it. Not have to worry about it. There was nothing really better than the veggie pod. So I saw the guys for veggie pod. I didn't get a full size one because, as you might know already, I've got a really small garden for the show, and so I got a half veggie pod. It's been delivered. Maybe we'll do a live of me opening it on here one week. I don't know, but it's quite a lot of parts. That wouldn't make great audio, would it? Really, but I got one. Everyone, very happy to get a veggie pod. So you'll be able to see that on the social medias very soon, which is very exciting. But that, everyone, got me thinking about tonight's show and transformation, a time for change. And it made me remember, right? It made me remember that we did a news story not long ago. And it was about, what was it about? Oh, that's it. About a person that, and the news story said, a person that transformed their garden with a shower curtain. Now, I thought that was quite interesting. That such there was a news story about it, and I'm going to try and get in the news. I did say this. I'm going to try and get in our local newspaper, just by transforming my garden. with a shower curtain. That's going to be a challenge for us, everyone. But they're going to be thinking about transformation. Obviously, there's a lot of change going on here. We've got a new Shedio. I don't know what we're going to call this yet, everyone. Some sort of Shedio. I don't know what this is going to be, but it's wicked, right? And we've got a new garden. Time for change, transformation, which got me on to tonight's first story. Do you want to see it? I think let's have a look. Let's check it out. This week's first story goes to Mum. Transforms. I'm just waiting for it to load for anyone that's waiting. From the Echo. Everyone, that's very useful. Mum transforms plain garden into place of beauty with Boohoo and Sheen bargains. Okay, well, as long as there's not a shower curtain in sight, let's go. Let's get into it. Mama Free wanted to create a garden of beauty. Garden of beauty. Okay, here we go. Let's get into it. Donna Crilly transformed her garden with bargains. This is an advertisement. Have I been duped? She managed to transform her garden into a place of beauty and joy with bargains from Sheen and Boohoo. Is that not they're not clothing brands? Creating a beautiful garden to go and relax in is a dream for us, especially with the summer months are upon us. Interior designer student Donna managed to do that, creating her own tranquil haven and having a dream about the space she ended up building. From Northern Ireland, the mum of three. Why do they call her? I mean, I know she's a mum of three, but her three sons are aged 29, 27, and 27. And was keen to create a space she could escape to. Are you telling me that she's got three sons at almost 30 and they all live at home? Really? Poor Donna. She told Money Saving Community, I want to create a garden that felt like my own space, a garden of beauty and joy where I could escape to, meditate, listen and heal. There's Donna, a picture of Donna right there. Before I did any work on the garden, it was a fairly plain space with grass and nondescript brown shed. I've worked hard to make it a unique space with, what's that say? Gravitate towards, as we have done a lot of work on the house overall. It's been a few weeks, right? It's been a few. Wait a second. Hang on. 2 seconds, everyone. 1 second. Let's just turn the audio down for a second. I'm sorry about that, dear listener. Just disappeared for a second. Back to the story. Shared, overall, the project took about 3 weeks with me painting every little bit every day. As I painted, I also shopped for my bargains to complement the colour scheme. She went to discount stores and Marketplace. Wow, Marketplace is amazing right now. Hitting up Marketplace like no other. If you're in a culture store, I'm probably going to be one of them people saying, is it available? And then disappearing. She got love signs, a kooky vinyl. Right, let's see it. Let's see it. I've had enough of this story. Right, okay. It is amazing, right? That's really nice, actually, Donna. She's got is that a Lilo she's got to sit in there? She's got a nice comfy sofa, right? Nice comfy sofa. She's painted her shed green. She's got like a little love sign like that. I like that, Don. She's planted it up. A little bit of lighting. I feel like we could take a lot of inspiration from this team. Look at this. Let me zoom in for you. Oh, you can't actually see this on the podcast, can you? But that is nice. Of course, you did spend quite a bit on paving. Okay, I'm not spending that much. I want to try and make as cheap as garden as possible. But I like it. I didn't see a before picture. Can we see a before picture? I can't see a before picture. Not a great story. It's a good story, but she well done, Donna. Well done. for that amazing transformation. A bit of colour. I like that. We need a bit of colour here. That's for sure. This is tonight's question then, all right? This is tonight's question if you're about. What has been your biggest transformation in your garden that you are most proud of? 0742 357 4520. You may hear that I'm a little bit rusty tonight on the old microphone. We've got a few technical issues going on and I've been away a little bit, but panic not. I know you were thinking it, but panic not. Because my lawn is still amazing. It's at my old place and my new place. Because, and I'll tell you for why. Because, everyone, works-uk.com have been looking after me with their robotic lawnmower. That's right. No more do I go away on holiday and worry that the big job to come back to is cutting the lawn. Because works-uk.com have me covered. In fact, they have me covered so much, I've got some brand new battery-powered tools coming. That's right. Don't worry about plugging anything in. The same batteries that go into your jet washer, your grass trimmer, your little hedge cutter thing. Did I tell you about that little hedge cutter? I've got to bring that back over to the studio here. It's amazing. Really great for box hedging. Just a little hand one. Really nice. Will go into them tools. Batteries will also go into your drills and saws and everything that I'm going to use to create my studio and my garden. If you want to follow that journey, it's on Skinny Jean Gardener Instagram. But if you want to get your hands on some, honestly, brilliant tools, quality and affordable tools, then head over to works-uk.com and tell them the Skinny Jean Gardener sent you. Works-uk.com there, everyone. Thanks very much to them for supporting the podcast. Quiet on the phone lines, 0742 357 4520 if you want to join me tonight. I'll whack in the comments once again. It's a bit of a weird one because we've not been on for a while and I'm just sort of popping up at 6 p.m. on a Wednesday, everyone. But if you want to join me, then please do. Now, one of the things that I'm bringing onto the show, and also if you do call in, I'll tell you more about Tin to Win. It's back. It's back, everyone. Right, one of the things that we're adding to the show is over the 2020, what year are we in now? 21, everyone. I'm not perfect at it. I've got to be honest, I'm not perfect at it, but I'm trying to go alcohol-free. Okay, so I thought, why not add a little thing to the show where each week I try out for my fellow, and I know there's a few more of us about now. Do you know what I mean? We will try and to eat healthier and be a little bit more healthy. Why not add to the podcast a little tasting, everyone? So each week, and I'd love to hear your recommendations for this. Each week, I'll be trying a different alcohol-free beer. It's not an official thing, I'll be honest with you, but I thought I'd add it because, I like to stay refreshed during the show. I won't be doing this at 10 a.m. next week. I should mention that. But we will add it to the evening shows. This week's AF beer is All Attitude No Alcohol from Brewdog Lost AF, everybody. I'm going to try a little tipper of this tonight. It's a good one. It's a good one. Brewdog never go wrong, right? With an alcohol-free beer. Trying to find the best ones at the moment to enjoy in the summer out in the garden. If you've got any recommendations, this is a good one. Lost from Brewdog. Go check that one out, everybody. Lovely little tipple. Lovely little tipple. I'll be trying a few. Actually, that's really nice. What is in this? That's really nice. If you're doing, here you go, Brewdog, if you want to sponsor the show. If you're doing a transformation in the garden, then you need an alcohol-free beer. One guy that I never need to have an alcohol-free beer to get through a conversation with is Mr. Richard Suggett.
How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. I don't know what's going on with my headphones tonight, but I cannot really hear very well.
Have you turned the volume up?
Oh, mate, let me turn you up a bit. I'm going to turn you up a bit. Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
I don't know what's going on tonight. Maybe my ears are going a bit funny. Maybe someone's changed
just
something.
a thought, are they fully plugged in?
That has happened before, but yeah, they're fully plugged in. I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me all right on the show tonight?
I can hear you fine. Yeah, there's no problem with that.
That's all what matters, my friend. How are you?
Yeah. I had a bit of a weird day today, but that's another story. I'll tell you another time. But otherwise, all good. Yourself?
Yeah, I've just found a little knob that makes you a little bit louder. It's all right. I pay him. I'm good. I'm really good, man. I feel good. It's nice to be in a new little Shedio studio thing, although it is quite warm. We've been having a bit of garden time, a bit of a garden tidy up today. Looking forward to build a new little garden soon. And at the same time, it's obviously a 6 weeks holiday, so it's a bit of a juggling act.
Yeah, you've got a lot on your plate.
Yeah, but haven't we all? You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Haven't we all?
What's going on in the world of Richard Suggett, not the Skinny Jingle, the Veg Club podcast?
Yeah. All good. Just once you finish, might go out a bit earlier, go out in the garden, do some garden work. Yeah. But I've got lots of stuff to do, as you can imagine. Like everyone's garden at the moment, there's lots that needs doing, isn't there? The weeds, particularly.
Yeah, I've been looking at people. Like I said, my grass has been growing pretty long here, but obviously been cut by the Fantastic Works. But we've got a bit right at the back of the garden, which is weeds-ish. There's some plants in there, and they were quite low when I first got it. And over the last few weeks, they've gone wild, man, like proper nuts. We've had heat, and then we've had loads of rain, and then heat again. So it's perfect condition for it.
Yeah. I've lost a lot of tomatoes to blight as well, and potatoes.
Have you?
It's been the worst year that I can remember for blight.
You usually get blight or not?
Oh, I pretty much always, most years will get blight, but a lot later on, where I've normally got quite a few tomatoes already picked and what have you. But this year, I've lost entire crops of tomatoes. I've had a bit of we had a late start to this year anyway, so normally by now they would probably be 3 weeks ahead anyway.
Yeah.
Late start, and then blight has came in early, so it's a double-edged sword.
It's not easy, man, is it? It's when you put all that work into something, and then that comes along. It's not. I'm not good, dude.
No. But we just got to make the most of it. I'll clear out the tomatoes and the potatoes, and I'll plant something else in it that might give me crops winter, spring. So got to make the most of it.
You have, my friend. You really have. Best time to go out in the evening, I suppose, then, Suggs, for you, if it's too hot during the day?
Yeah, definitely easier. I'm the type of person that if it's light outside, I feel I've got to be outside. So I don't know if you get like that, but it's certainly something I suffer with.
Yeah, man. To be honest with you, if it was down to me, I would be outside in the dark. It's so warm, though. That's the thing. It's so warm. It's like you've got to, right?
Yeah. I think so. I certainly think so. Got to make the most of it.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. What have you? I've been asking the question tonight because it's a bit of a transformation episode. Sugget, what has been your proudest thing you've ever transformationed? Not a word.
The proudest thing I've ever transformed.
Yeah, that's a better word for it.
Probably the shed that I built over the winter last year that you helped me with.
Actually, that was a really good transformation, man.
yeah, it was. That's probably the proudest thing because I've built a damn solid shed. I mean, I stand out there with the stormy weather and it doesn't move. You know, it's solid. It cost a bit less than what if I was to buy one, and that would be a flimsy one at that price. But it looks good as well. I think it does anyway. But I built it. You know what I mean?
It's a good shed built by your own fair hands, my friend, and a little bit of me. I mean, I didn't do much, to be fair. You did a lot of the work, but yeah. What was there beforehand? Was there a shed there before?
There was. I mean, it was in the top corner of my shed where I had tended to keep a load of. We had a little 6x4 shed, which we inherited, and I moved it there. We kept a load of our wood for our fires in there. Yeah. But that was basically, it was a kid's playhouse basically before that, and it was pretty rotten. We also had a load of junk wood, which again, that's for our burning. So it was in an area not really being used, and now it's used quite regularly.
Oh yeah, well every Sunday at least.
Every Sunday on the live show, of course. But no, that's where I start my plants off, keep all my garden tools.
What I was going to say, because when you first built it, it was very much, I thought it was just going to be a studio, but you really do use it as a proper shed. You got so much growing to the side of you. You probably get a suntan off on half your face when you're doing your show. There's so much growing.
Yeah. Well, that was the idea behind it. Is that it'd be nice to have, like yourself, enough room just to have a studio for this sort of thing. But I felt. One, I don't necessarily have a space because Amanda won't let me have the garage for that sort of thing. Two, I kind of like that it's used as a shed and a studio anyway because it changes. So it's not always the same thing.
Well, I mean, I think it's not a secret on this show that in the old studio, the plants behind me were plastic.
Were they? I didn't know that.
Well, there you go, behind the scenes, mate. At least now in this actual plants to actually grow and watch green up. Green up is not a word, is it? The word develop was a much better word. Yeah, develop is where we're going. So it's nice, man. I'm excited. Like, obviously this year, because I knew the move was happening, I didn't do a lot of sowing of seeds or growing of plants. So it's really exciting to be able to talk about actually now we're actually here to have progress updates each week of how we're getting on. First thing is fences, Suggs, to be honest with you.
Right, all the fences need replacing, do they?
I need 3 fence panels.
Oh, I've just cut 2 up.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No.
Serious?
I got so fed up because I brought them about 4 years ago when we had, probably longer than that. Yeah. I needed to replace a couple of fence panels and I had to order 5. Next door needed a couple and I had some left over or something like that. And I got so fed up of them and I was like, we don't need them. I'm just going to get rid. So I cut them up and we'll be burning them. Had have I known?
Oh, mate. Well, anyway, the first thing I need to do anyway over the next couple of weeks is new fence panels, and then work out. I think I'm going to go for a grey colour with them. Seems to be like the fashionable thing, grey.
Yeah, I've seen a few people do it. I quite like the look of grey day.
It's quite. The thing is, it's such a small garden because it literally is a fence by a fence panel big.
Really,
it's very small, man. It's very small. So it's, won't need much paint.
Won't need much paint. No. What I recommend, and you probably know this anyway, when it comes to painting fence panels, buy decent paint. Don't buy the cheap stuff.
I think I'm with you there. I agree with you. I've only. Why do you say that?
Because I've seen it wash off quite easily on the cheap stuff.
Yeah, I think you're right. I've had some really watery stuff just to put on. Is also the thing. You'd have to do about 3 or 4 layers to even get a colour from it.
Yeah.
So yeah, my nan used to say. She still does say it. Just about my nan says, "Buy cheap, buy twice."
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, there's something to be said for being frugal, but don't be cheap.
There's certain things though that are low cost, brilliant, but when it comes to paints or fence paints, I don't know. I think you need to spend a little bit if you can.
Yeah, not just. I mean, there's quite a few things. I think if you spend the money where it's worth, you know, I mean, there's a lot of DIY. Dare I say it? You got to buy, if you buy a decent screwdriver or a decent drill, you notice the difference.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, true.
Yeah. So go to Works.
So go to works-uk.com. Yeah, I mean, I think if I'm honest with you, right, if you got a fence at home, I have got one of the fence panels is actually okay. It's not awful, so I might only need to get 2. I might get away with getting 2 fence panels. Yeah. But if you've got rough fence panels at home, a lick of paint makes them look brand spanking.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll be doing this weekend, and maybe a little bit next week, mate. That's my plans. What are you up to this weekend, dude?
This weekend, I'm hoping to spend the entire Saturday down the allotment because we're going to finally have some good weather on the weekend where I can get down there.
Brilliant.
Because I feel like I've neglected the allotment a bit this year, if I'm honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't been down there as much as I would like, but the weather hasn't been on our side.
You've also never done so much in your garden.
Yeah, I've got the garden. There's still more stuff, but because I've been growing more in the garden, and the garden I've noticed grows better than what I've got on the allotment, that the allotment's been neglected a bit. But I got plans for that.
I was going to say, could you wave goodbye to the allotment one day?
Not so much going to wave goodbye, but I think I'm going to grow more stuff at home and try and get the allotment to grow potatoes, onions, things that are in the ground for a long time but don't need much care. But also something like potatoes, we eat, well, generally most people, it's a staple, so you grow a lot of them, so they can take up quite a big area, and that's a plan. And because they're big plants, they tend to shade out a lot of the weeds as well.
Yeah. Well, so it's a good plan, my friend.
That's the plan going forward. Hopefully it'll work, but we'll see.
With you at the helm, Mr. Suggs, I'm sure it will, mate. I'm sure it will. Dude, have a fantastic weekend or Saturday down your allotment. Yep,
you too.
Nice
have
to
a
hear
good
from
holiday.
Thanks very much, my friend. I'll speak to you later.
See you later.
Bye, dude. Fantastic, Mr. Suggett there, everyone. Great to hear from him. If you want to call in tonight, it's 0742 357 4520. Tonight's show going so fast. Wait a minute. I should have told him that he's gone into the tin to win. I'll tell him after this ad break. Tonight's podcast is also obviously sponsored by bestdaysvintage.co.uk. That's right. If you want to look great, don't know why I'm doing this voice, but I am. If you want to look great in the garden, then you need to head to bestdaysvintage.co.uk right now for all your vintage clothing needs. That's right, everybody. By going onto their website and signing up to their newsletter, you get 15% off. That's right, 15% off right now. On bestdaysvintage.co.uk, where you can get your best clothes. But if you sign up to the newsletter, not only do you get a weekly newsletter with some laughs, some fun videos, and also some mental health well-being tips, you also get them 15% off. Did I say that? 15% off. Sign up to that newsletter, everyone. That's bestdaysvintage.co.uk. Thanks very much to them for sponsoring the podcast. Go give them some love. I'm so all over the place tonight. I feel like it's been such a time. Like 2 weeks is a long time not to do the show, and I feel tired. And I'm in a new studio, and the setup's different. And oh my god! But we are back, everybody. If you want to call in 0742 357 4520. If you want to chirp in, just like Mr. Suggs did, the link is in the description tonight. That's right. If you call in over the next, I'm not sure how many months we're doing it over. I think about 3 months. If you call in over the next 3 months, it's a big tin to win. If you call in over the next 3 months, there's going to be prizes added to the fund each week. But basically, in 3 months' time, we'll have a massive prize fund to give away, which at the moment includes a school gardening success plan for your granddaughters, for your daughters, for your grandson, your sons. School, everyone, worth £500. So if you call in, you go into the tin to win. Mr. Sugger is the first to go into that, and we will draw that in what month are we in? August, September, October, just before Christmas, around that time. We will draw that out. But each week we will get an extra prize out of that fund. I'm a bit like Andy Peters of the gardening world, everyone. Andy Peters of the gardening world. But yeah, that's the first prize going into that fund. To call in 0742 357 4520 and go into the tin to win, everyone. Right, let's go on to our next story tonight. Mr. Beddoes, how are you doing, Beddoes? In the comments, this is what night every week. At the moment, Beddoes, right? We are going to be on a Thursday again. We're just crawling through the 6 week, really crawling through that 6 weeks holiday at the moment. So we're sort of popping up a bit all over the place, Beddoes. But just keep an eye on the social medias, and I'll tell you when we're going to be on live, everyone. Right, next story tonight, as we're talking about transformations, is this one. This one jumped out at me on the news stories this week. DIY fan, aren't we all, everyone? DIY fan creates swimming pool in his back garden in 12 hours using pallets. I've got to see this. I've got to see this. This is loading. It's going to be good if it's loading. It's taking this long to load. Come on. Here we go. Brace yourself. DIY fan creates swimming pool in his back garden in 12 hours using wooden pallets. Let's get rid of the adverts. A man has gone viral on social media after sharing how he managed to create a fully functioning swimming pool in his back garden in 12 hours. How does this even work? How does this work? I don't know. Is there a video of it? Oh, here we go. Oh, can we get this video up? Can we get this up? Click for sound. It's like wait. I can't have the music playing because I think I'll get copyrighted. I have to do it in silent mode. And I'll tell you what's going on in the video. Right, so he's get rid of the adverts. Goes out. Right, okay. So he's put a load of let's take this step by step because this is good. So he's put a load of pallets, 3 pallets wide, maybe 4 pallets long. He's then screwed them together, right? He's then got some tarp. He's now tying it. It's not the prettiest, to be honest with you guys. He's got the tarp. Has he lined it with anything? He must have lined it with something. You can't just go, wait, did he line it with anything? As if I might do this. This is a good idea. Hang on. Did he line it with anything? No, he didn't line it with anything. He just painted it white. Is that foam? I think he might have put foam on it. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into the video. So he's got the tarp. He's tied it around the edges. Okay. It's all in there. It's dug in. Right. Then did he fill it with water, I'm guessing? I'm guessing he just fill it with water. Is that going to hold? With that hold, that's a lot of water. It's a massive swimming pool. He's filling it. It's filling it. We don't actually see it full. And that's the end of it. Is that going to work? DIY enthusiast Caleb has recently managed to do this and shared the surprising results on social media. The 27-year-old's TikTok video shows a homemade pool in his back garden. 56 million views. Bloody heck. With materials costing them £100. So, is there a step-by-step? Because it'd be really handy, Callum, if you told me how to do it. Oh, now come on. This didn't work. This couldn't work. I knew it. It says, the video then ends, leaving viewers in suspense as to whether or not Caleb's DIY actually worked. That wouldn't work, would it? Surely the pressure of water, that amount of water would blow the sides open, surely. Here we go. Some people said, do you all really think this will work? I'm sorry, but absolutely not. Another person said, it's American, won't last long. And then the third said, I think it will work as long as you don't add water. However, they're all proven wrong, as the paddock pool is still a fantastic condition almost 1 month later and easily holds around 3,000 gallons of water. That is incredible if that holds. That's crazy. When he first suggested the idea, which was about a week before he actually built it, I thought it was a little crazy. He's had a ton of ideas and all of them have worked, but I didn't understand how he was going to make a completely functional pool in the backyard. But he did it. He used 14 pallets. 14? He made sure to find the ones that were made out of oak or walnut to be stronger. The pine ones are more brittle. Top tip. Oh my days. There's an actual picture of him in it. It does look wicked. Oh my God. It looks so good. Get this advert out of my way. I don't know how to get out of the way, but oh my God, it looks so good. He's gone around it. He's made it a little bit pretty around the edges. He has had to support it. Because I told you, if you just left them as they were, he's put supports in. That is wicked. How amazing is that? Nice work. I'm down for that. I'm down for that. I don't know. I want to make something like that. Everyone. Not as big as that, but you know, I mentioned, right, a few weeks ago when we did the design in the garden thing. Do you think I could make a mini swimming pool in the back of the small garden, in the garden we're making? Do you think we could do that? Look, Suggs has just come in straight in. That'll work in your small garden. That is a brilliant idea, right? Oh my God, that's such a good idea. I've got to get this. Tonight's show's gone so fast. I've got to get this a quick advert. One of the competition prizes in Tin to Win, if you call in, you win, is a School Gun Success Plan. That's right. A School Gun Success Plan is available right now, delivering in September. If you are a teacher or a parent and you know the benefits of getting children gardening and outside working together growing, learning where their food comes from. It's so important. Learn about wildlife. We want a generation that doesn't artificial grass anything they can get their eyes on. If we want a generation that knows the importance of wildlife, then you, as a teacher or a parent, need to get the School Garden Success Plan into your child's school. It's available right now at skinginggardener.co.uk/school success. You get everything from the raised bed, the seeds, the compost, all of the lesson plans, and most importantly, the teacher support. By 2025, we want to get a School Garden Success Plan into every primary school around the UK. That's 30,000 primary schools to have a School Garden Success Plan by 2025. If you want to find out more, it's skinginggardener.co.uk. This is a proper advert. skinginggardener.co.uk/school success. Plus, I had to rush it because we're running out of time. I'm so doing that pull. We've got to do it. It's not going to be a massive one. I'm sure I'm going to have to get a pump or something to like keep it clean, right, Suggs? I don't know. I don't know. But what's the I say? We've just been to Farmer Parr's in Fleetwood before Chippy Tea in Blackpool with the grandkids. Would have driven a bit fast if I knew you were coming on. It's just take your time, Mr. Beddoes. Mr. Beddoes there in the comments, everyone. There's no rush, Beddoes. There's always next week, my friend. There's always next week. You can call in and join me on the show. We are almost coming to the end of the show, everybody. And wow. Should we do should I tell you what this week's Latin was?
Latin. Let's talk about the Latin.
This week, what was Brassica aurorica variegatifera is, and the answer, which you could say that Suggs was a little bit close earlier. The answer was pause. Brussels sprouts.
Latin. Let's talk about the Latin.
We are all learning something, everyone, each week. What have we learned in today's show? We've learned that you can create a swimming pool out of pallets. That Lynn, just by painting her shed, was it Lynn? No, Donna, just by painting her shed, has transformed her garden. We're going to create a swimming pool in our back garden. Richard Suggett's got blight. That's not a positive story, is it? And then we've learned the Latin, everyone, for Brussels sprouts. Always learning on this show, everyone. I did have another news story, but maybe we have to wait for that transformation story, everyone. Something new that I'm adding to the show is things that you can do in the garden according to the RHS right now in August. We're going to go through a couple each week. The first three. Should we do three? The first one is don't know if this really is for my listeners, because if you've got a wisteria, maybe you might have. If you have, lucky you. But generally, the people that listen to this show haven't got a house the size of Adam Frost. Hello, Adam. But if you're Adam Frost and you're listening to the show, then right now the RHS is saying that you should prune your wisteria. For everyone else, don't worry about it. All right. Number two is don't delay summer pruning fruits trained as a restricted form. Don't delay summer pruning fruits trained as restricted forms. That's not even a sentence, is it? Don't delay summer pruning fruits trained as restricted forms. Can someone put that in layman's terms? What are they even talking about? I knew this was a bad feature. Let's get rid of that. Number three, though, that we can all listen to Number 3 is deadhead flowering plants regularly. That's a really good one, especially at the moment. If you've got plants that you want to keep flowering, make sure you deadhead them. It's so important, because what we want is the plant to keep producing them. We want to keep producing them. And if there's just a load of dead flowers on there, they're not going to keep producing. Don't give them enough room. The plant doesn't know that it needs to do that. So deadhead your flowers regularly, everybody. That's this week's top tips of what you should do in the garden, everyone. There we go. That's it. That is almost the end of today's show. Thank you so much. It's gone so quickly, isn't it? So quickly. Thanks so much to everyone that's joined in the comments. We are going to be back normally on a Thursday, everyone, at 7 p.m. We will return to that probably after the 6 weeks already. I'll be honest with you. So when is it? When does it end? When does it end? Big up to Mr. Suggett, who has gone in the tin to win. Each week we add another prize to that tin to win. It's going to be ridiculously massive by the time we go and announce it. Really losing my words tonight. But thank you very much to Suggett. Thanks to everyone that's commented. And thanks to everyone that shares the podcast. You guys are incredible. Until next time, look after yourself. Look after family. And most of all, look after that garden. You're beaming positivity and radiance. You look amazing, mate. What just happened? Hey, mate. Or, right, I love singing, right? So I could be a singer, you could be a backing dancer, band. Oh my God. Oh, I know this. Oh, guys. Right. Oh my God. Oh, right. We're just going to have to go off script for a second. Absolutely idiot proof. Oh my gosh, Danny. Forget it. Get out of here. That was unexpected. Another new feature to end the show each week for everyone that stays on to the very end is story time, where I read a gardening story. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's quite long, this one, so it might take a few weeks. But this week, we're reading Lottie and Dottie Sow Carrots by Claire Burgess. This is Lottie, and this is her little sister Dottie. They live in a village called Greenville. Lottie and Dottie love growing things, but their garden is very small, so they grow most of the plants in pots. Wise. Yippee! At last, it's spring, said Dottie. She was so excited. I've been waiting for it all winter. Now it's here. Can we start sowing seeds today? Keen. I like that. Not even eating her breakfast. She's already thinking about sowing seeds. Listen up, kids. Yes, said Lottie. As they crunched their cornflakes, probably Cocoa Pops if it was olive, Dottie wondered what to sow. A lettuce? A tomato? Or a sunflower? After breakfast, they skipped off, God, full of beans, to Mr. McWally's garden centre. Good name for a garden centre, that. And they went to a garden centre. Good one. Wow, said Dottie. This place is huge. You could fit a whole world in here. You could fit a whole world. You could fit handbags. You can fit shoes. You can fit plants if you really wanted to. It's totally up to you. This is, by the way, I am adding little bits to the story. This is where they sell seeds, said Lottie. Let's go and see if we can find them. As they went in, they saw owner Mr. McWally. Hello, he said. What brings you here today? We've come to buy some seeds, said Dottie. Hey, well, they're over there. Probably pointing behind the He's probably pointing behind the handbags. "Oh, they're over there," said Mr. McWally. Join us next week to find out what they found. Goodbye.